What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a great start to your day. I know I am, because it's Monday, which means it is officially MLB Trade Deadline week, baby. You can expect endless content here on the channel with any and every player the Mets show interest in, and will ultimately land leading up to the July 30th deadline. But today, as we know, the Mets have been showing plenty of interest in a lot of different starting pitching options out there, even after acquiring veteran southpaw and Rich Hill, who had a very promising first start with the Mets and a victory over the Blue Jays yesterday at the time of recording this. But no less, according to SNY last night, the Mets are going to be inquiring on, yes, Mad Max Scherzer. So that's what we'll be breaking down in today's video. Everything there is to know about Mad Max and his game, even though everyone knows Mad Max by now. Why he would be such a strong fit for the Mets should they somehow, some way be able to land him. The potential there actually is for a deal to be had here, and so much more. So as always, guys, make sure you stay all the way until the end of the video. Find all the details and all my thoughts on Mad Max and what he could potentially bring to Queens. If you guys end up enjoying this kind of Mets content and you want to see more great Mets content like this, please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, sharing this video with your friends, on the notification bell, all those great things. Thank you so much for the continued support, guys. We're getting so close to 8K by August, so I really appreciate all your support. But enough of me talking, let's hop right into today's video. Here we have one of the most aggressive, fierce, and dominant pitchers in the game of baseball, that being a veteran 36-year-old Mad Max Scherzer for the Washington Nationals. Max, who was originally drafted with the 11th overall pick of the first round back in 2006 by the Arizona Diamondbacks, has found himself as an 8-time AL and NL All-Star combined between the two, including most recently this year in 2021 in replacement to start for Jacob deGrom, who did not attend this year's All-Star game. And Max, no less, has been simply dominant when it comes to his overall performance as a 3-time Cy Young Award winner in 2013 in Detroit, and then twice with the Nationals in back-to-back years in 2016 and 2017, and is still getting the job done in his mid to late 30s now. And with the Washington Nationals 8+ games out of first place in the NL East currently, they're starting to listen to offers for a guy like Max Scherzer, with many teams showing interest leading up to the deadline, and the New York Mets are surely one of them, as he has been a complete rival for the Mets for the past upwards of a decade. But no less, times have changed, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see Max in a different uniform in the coming days. And to expand a little bit further on Scherzer and his game, if you guys don't know, Mad Max has 5 pitches in his arsenal, starting with his 4-seam fastball, which he leads by far with his strikeouts this year, right around 94 miles per hour. Then he has a slider around 86 miles per hour, changeup around 85 miles per hour, cutter around 90 miles per hour, and a curveball around 77 miles per hour. So we've talked about Mad Max on the channel in previous streams. People ask me on social media all the time, is there any potential way the Mets are going to be showing interest in Scherzer? And I always said no. It just did not feel like it was at all likely, and I still do not feel that there is a for sure heavy chance the Mets are going to land him. But no less, it makes perfect sense when you look at this reporting now. We'll see if it actually holds true, as the Mets over the past 24 to 48 hours have been reported to show plenty of interest in adding at least another arm along with reliever help, and we'll be talking that in other videos as well, if not streams. But no less, we all know what you get with Mad Max. He's one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball, has been for a while now, has been an absolute pain in the neck to go up against from a Mets fan perspective, as he is dominant every single fit day, especially against the rivals in the Mets. But no less, with him being in his contract year at right around just over $27 million for his base salary, but his adjusted salary is right over $34 million. So he's very costly, we know that. But Zach Scott did note, the GM for the New York Mets, in a podcast over the past couple days with John Heyman, I'll have it in the description down below if you haven't checked it out, guys, that if the Mets are going to go over that luxury tax threshold, there's no need for them to not do it big. They absolutely should do it big, take advantage of the opportunity given to them. And they have also been circling around guys, whether it's position players and or starting pitchers and relievers, that are more so on the rental side than they are with years of control, because years of control means that they're going to be more costly more than likely. But Max Scherzer, pulverizing pitcher in the league, so hard to go up against, so fierce, so entertaining. It's so hard to dislike the guy even as a Mets fan, just knowing how dominant he is. But no less, if the Mets are somehow, some way able to add him into this rotation, it'll clearly take them over the top. This is the best acquisition I think we can all agree they could land by the deadline when it comes to starting pitching help, because yes, they have Rich Hill, yes, they have Jacob deGrom when he's healthy, yes, they have Marcus Stroman, yes, they have Taijuan Walker, who's been up and down a little bit late, but I'm not too worried there. Yes, you have Carlos Carrasco, that's looking like he'll finally make a start with the Mets soon, and Noah Syndergaard knocking on the door to hopefully be back in with the team, actually starting potentially before the year ends, as he'll be picking up things in September. But no less, they need to add depth, and Scherzer is a guy that will bring you for not just having a very good rotation, with the Mets having the best ERA in all of baseball, arguably. It's been throughout the entirety of the year, without really a 4th or 5th starter, no less, to taking that next level to give you a strong chance at not just playoff contention, but potentially championship contention. So what are you going to have to give up for a guy like Max Scherzer? That's a big thing, because while he is a rental rental, and while the Nationals surely do not necessarily want to part ways with Scherzer, especially to the rival in the Mets, they're going to take the best offer. So if the Mets give them the best offer, then bam, the deal's going to happen. I don't think there's anyone doubting that, especially with him being a rental. There's no long-term commitment that could hurt the Nationals more than just the remainder of the year. And if they do sell, of course, which it looks like they'll be doing, they're just waving a white flag for this year, knowing that they're on the outside looking in playoff-wise. But where you're going to have to cough up again, that's the big key here, because it looks like the starting pitching market is far more significant than the position player market, according to numerous reports that I've seen, including John Morosi, John Heyman, etc., Ken Rosenthal, over the past 24 hours or so. So I'm looking at some guys on this team that hopefully are not going to hurt the Mets too much. Maybe some guys that are in the top 10 when it comes to the prospects, but more towards the back of the top 10. Maybe you're looking at guys that I know the Chicago Cubs have shown interest in, whether it's a guy like Palmer or it's a guy like JT Ginn, who's a starting pitching prospect for us that just got moved up to Double-A Bennington. Pardon me, Brooklyn, not Double-A Bennington. But no less, there are plenty of options there. Maybe there's a position player to be had with some couple years of control. It's going to come down to who is the highest bidder in the end for Max Scherzer. And you also have to keep into note that if the Mets do not land Max Scherzer, he very well could find himself going to a team that could be a big problem for the Mets come playoff time, one of the Padres or the Dodgers, as those are two teams I would still like to add starting pitching depth, including the Padres, as just been reported after they made their trade for Adam Frazier from Pittsburgh. As we know, the Mets showed interest in him, but it felt like the price just wasn't right for them, or not the clear direction they want to go down. So the guy Adam Frazier, we know that, but they're still looking to add another big name starter, and they're very much interested in Scherzer from all the reports I've seen. So from Mets side of things, you want to make sure that one, you can try to be the highest bidder without giving up the farm to your rival, of course, and two, you don't want to have it for where you say goes to the Padres or the Dodgers, because if you are trying to have a deep run this year, it's going to be kind of hard to top that with landing a guy like Scherzer. If you're looking at all the other names available in the starting pitching market right now, there really isn't anyone that can top Scherzer and what he can bring for you on a playoff level, being a World Series champion just a couple years ago, helping the Nationals get one. And that's all I really have to say, folks. When you get a guy like Scherzer, you're getting a 14-year career vet that can bring you so much to your club right away, finally having a rival on your side for once, and can push him away and use him against the Padres and or Dodgers come playoff time, with the assumption the Mets make playoffs, of course, but I'm feeling pretty confident about that right now. Time will tell, though. But no less, you get him, you add to the rotation, you figure out what you're going to do with the other guys like Carrasco and Thor if there is not room once they are all healthy. You get creative, especially come playoff time. Maybe you have a guy come out of the pen or be a long reliever. You do whatever you have to do to make sure you have a deep run this year, because that's what the Mets are doing, and I assure you that they are going to be continuing to make moves. Will make more than one move by far leading up to the MLB trade deadline. So folks, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about Mad Max, a seasoned vet, one of the best pitchers in the game of baseball, has been going toe-to-toe with Jacob deGrom for years when it comes to Cy Young contention, and really Jake has taken over that recently. But no less, if you get a guy like him, you're gaining something amazing. So what do you feel confident about? Would you be happy to see Mad Max actually land in Queens? And do you think it's actually feasible, or do you think that's more of a pipe dream, and then that the Mets are at least showing their due diligence, which of course they are, rightfully so, to see what the price is currently from the National side of things? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, guys. If you ended up enjoying this kind of Mets content and you want to see more great Mets content like this, with endless videos coming and streams coming with whatever player the Mets land, and we'll be doing plenty of in-game live streams as well once the deadline has passed going forward down the stretch. If you enjoyed that, please make sure to smash that like and subscribe on, sharing this video with your friends, put on the notification bell, all those great things. Thank you so much for the continued support, guys. We're having so much fun. It is the craziest week by far since back in the offseason, but buckle up, we're ready, and rest assured, anything the Mets are connected with, I'll be right here to cover it. So thank you again, guys. Talk to you soon, and let's go Mets, baby.